Hey, good morning, Restoration. Listen, this week in our Bible reading plan on the app, we found ourselves in Psalm 63. And Katie and I often talk about this in our pillow talk discussions, that as a follower of Jesus, it's almost as if life at times is more difficult on this side of heaven than it would be if we weren't following Jesus. And I think there's a myriad of reasons for that. God's constantly teaching and God's constantly discipling and disciplining us. I think there's spiritual attack for those of us who are following Jesus. So the reality is, oftentimes, following Christ is a really difficult, narrow road. And then you get to Psalm 63. And man, King David just kind of puts this in total perspective. And it really kind of brings that tension between reality of the actual practical following Jesus on this side of heaven and then where our eyes and our gaze and our heart should be. Watch this. In Psalm 63 verse 1, he says, "Oh God, you are my God, earnestly I seek you." I think oftentimes what God is trying to teach, especially me, is that he is our deepest need. I look for wrinkle-free days. I look for stress-free days. I think that's my biggest need. But God is constantly showing me he is my biggest need. And David says, "Oh God, you are my God. Oh, earnestly I seek you." And then he says this, "Because your steadfast love is better than life." That is a hard statement. I think if we're just being super honest and we're having coffee talk, I think, man, do I really believe that? Do you really that God's love is actually better than life, much less a wrinkle-free life here on earth? Then he goes on, he says, "My soul will be satisfied. My soul will be satisfied as with fat and rich food." Why do I bring that up? Because, man, I don't know about you, but constantly I'm thinking, hey, if today is just smooth and wrinkle-free, man, my soul will be satisfied. Man, if I can just make it to Friday, if I can just make it to vacation, if I could just, whatever it is, and yet it never truly satisfies. God has designed us in a way that only he will bring true satisfaction. And listen, there are moments, I wish it was more, but there are moments where I think I abide in Christ and I experience this. And I believe most of you as well. And when I'm abiding in Christ and when I'm experiencing this, man, there is peace even when there's wrinkles in the day. When I truly understand that God's my biggest need, when I truly understand that only he satisfies and that his love is better than anything I can experience on this side of heaven, man, that's when I walk in peace and freedom. That's the good news of Jesus. Hey, listen, Restoration, lots coming up. I want to challenge you. If you've never been on a foreign mission trip, man, I want to encourage you. The last Sunday of the month, we're going to have an information meeting on going to Honduras in the fall. I want to encourage you to be here. There'll be more information at the bottom of the video. Again, that's the last Sunday of the month. Don't forget that the last Saturday of June, we're going to have our first beach baptism of the year. Have several people signed up for that already. Looking forward to a beautiful day of celebration. Man, and don't forget sports camp. We have student camp. We have teaching Spanish as a second language, all right, this summer. So if you've ever wanted to learn Spanish, I'm really excited about that. More information at the bottom of the video as well. Restoration, listen, I love you. And until Sunday, be on mission.